a piece. Working, we serving the streets. About to go eight, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I don't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's go quiet.
Rowdy, we get rowdy, rowdy. Rowdy, we get rowdy, rowdy.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go eight, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
It's go, 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 go time.
Welcome, everybody, to Dueling Aces for June 3rd, 2025. Yes, you haven't missed it. We are starting, according to Zolt, on time.
On time.
On time, according to for his timing. As the Vermilion Indians turn around and had another heartbreaker tonight. And we'll see what Mother Nature decides if we're playing on Thursday, but it's not looking too favorable. So if we do, we'll turn around and give it another whirl and a go again, and we'll see what happens. Sam, too late to be funny. Since when?
Look, I was advertised when I took on this position that I'd be starting these shows at 7:30. The whole point of it, so my job description, I demand a raise because I'm working late into the night now.
You always work late into the night. What are you talking about?
No, I don't. My shows are done by freaking 9 o'clock at the time. Who are you kidding?
You knew taking this one on. We roll. This is how we roll.
We don't even have a way we roll. We just go and
that's how we roll. Exactly.
And pray you make it to the finish line.
That's about it.
Right?
The finish line is when we can convince George to press the red button.
See, though, you just missed the perfect opportunity to end the damn show. You just missed it right there.
Right. Even I would say this is too early.
Too early.
To end it.
Shoot.
We haven't even hit the 3-minute mark. There it is.
Anywho's. So we have our recap real quick. The NBA finals are set. We have OKC and the Pacers. And we have our
already getting fired.
Right? Right. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. You make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and because you didn't make the finals, you're gone. What are you trying to do? Pull a move? They're taking a page out of the Cleveland playbook. What the hell?
I got my opinions on that.
Obviously, that man was dead man walking. It didn't matter what they did.
Which is sad. Totally sad.
I mean, obviously somebody isn't unhappy. I just don't know who.
It's a Marty Schottenheimer move.
Yeah.
You know? Sorry. I was Suds. Like, Suds, we're on the air. What the hell are you texting me for?
That's why. He wants to still be on the show.
That's not why
if
he
his
was
computer
texting.
lets them.
It wasn't why he was texting. And we also have our Stanley Cup finals also set. Edmonton apparently is looking pretty favored against Florida. But can't count out Florida, you know.
I mean, Florida's been there, done that. So
Yep.
Against Edmonton.
Yes.
Yep.
Can't we bring up all the old stuff from last year? Do we have to preview it? It's really just the same shit as last year.
Just repeat it.
Yeah.
Just repeat.
Take last year's segment and just run the tape.
So Zolt, I know I see that your background. You noticed the same thing I did. Ham got to play with the bananas.
It was plastered over my social media. There was no way I could miss it.
Yeah, it was a lot over mine as well, and I was like, dude, it looks like he hasn't aged. That's the scary part. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Garbage Pail Kid coming out. But it did. I was like, dude, it looks like you just plastered his baby face on his body and he was walking out of the dugout. And I'm going, okay, that's spooky. He's not aged. This is weird.
I don't even think Sam's old enough to know what that's from.
We're not gonna make age jokes tonight.
Wow, this will.
Wow. Wow. Well, okay, I better take advantage of this episode.
It's too late for me to be funny. Just like it's too late for the Vermilion Indians to pull a Francona and dump their coach.
Really? That's the best you've got.
Well,
I'm tired. It's been a day.
What are you doing? I was about to share something.
Well, we're sharing Sam's lovely top 10 players of the 2020 NFL draft.
Interesting.
Very interesting because I already have an issue with number 3.
Yeah, I could say you could probably take number 3, drop him all the way down to probably I could probably make the case to drop him all the way to number 7 or 6.
You could drop number 4 all the way to number 10.
Whoa. Relax to the Tristan Wirfs hate. The guy literally has been the anchor of that Bucs offensive line that won a Super Bowl. Hold on. I know in San Francisco and Cleveland you don't know what a consistent left tackle is, but relax.
7's got to prove something.
Yeah.
I have no issue with 7. 7 down, I'm okay with. But Wirfs can stay where he is, and then put Justin Jefferson at number 3. What are we doing?
Yeah, I was just going to say
at 3
Justin and CD should be 3 and 4.
Okay, all right. So then you move Wirfs back 1. Okay, so just move Herbert all the way down to 6, which is probably the amount of playoff interceptions he has. So it's a perfect number for him.
All right.
And there's no, okay, first of all, the honorable mention thing, I have an issue with there. Yeah, if you look very down at the bottom, there's an honorable mention. I'm all for the
several.
For that.
Several.
I'm all for what Vic Fangio did for Zach Vaughn. Do not put him on as an honorable mention. It did not. It took till year 4 for this man to get to play meaningful football. Do not put Zach Vaughn on that list.
And Tua does not need to be on that list.
Tua probably can't count to 10 with the amount of hits he's taken, so it doesn't matter.
Andrew Thomas, no.
Late bloomer, but yeah, I agree.
I was going to say, you can almost cut 10 and put Patrick Queen up at 10. You got the wrong Raven.
That other Raven's a Steeler now.
What about Jalen Reagor? Yeah, no fun.
Still too soon for that.
It still hurts.
I want to jump down a burrow and freaking forget it. But no,
I think you could. I was going to say, do you think you could flip 1 and 2? Because I mean, granted, Hertz has been to that dance now twice. Burrow's only been there once. Wouldn't you be
Yes,
flip-flopping 1 and 2?
you could make the argument because yes, Jalen has won one, but Joe Burrow is without it. Joe Burrow was the last number 1 overall pick that you just knew from the moment he walked on the field. That's the best. That's the superstar that a team has been waiting for. Since then, we really haven't had that. Not only that, it is not Joe Burrow's fault that his front office has no idea what a defense is or what an offensive line is. You know what? Joe Burrow probably went on this list and said, wait, Tristan Wirfs isn't my offensive tackle. I wish he was, but he's not. So I still think Joe Burrow's been everything he was advertised to be. It's just the fact that his front office is full of freaking morons.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with what Sam said. You could make the argument, but I have no problems with it being 1 and 2 the way it is.
And I don't want to flip it from to 1 and 2 because then I'm going to have to listen to a bunch of idiots again just keep talking about Jalen Hurts, which now all of a sudden Ravens fans have an issue with.
Ravens fans need to have an issue with somebody else. Otherwise, they have to actually look at their team and how it's put together.
True.
Fair point.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to.
But in terms of this one, I don't think any of the honorable mentions should be up in the top of these 10. I think these are the best 10 you can put together.
Yeah, I would agree. I even went through and I just kept scanning the draft to see if anything else jumped out at me.
And actually, I changed my mind on something. Let's put Herbert down to 6. Let's put Jefferson at 3. Move Lamb ahead of Wirfs, and then honestly, move Jonathan Taylor to 7.
God, if he hadn't gotten hurt,
Yeah,
that's just. Ugh.
Now, what's going to be fun is if I can find this list for a couple years from now from this year's draft. That could be fun.
true.
Shador's going to be number 1, baby.
Oh boy. There's something else happened this week. Something extremely important. The Madden cover came out.
That is not the right cover. That is not the right cover, but I'll be damned if that should be the right cover. Oh no! Oh God, no!
Bill, wait. I have it right here. I'm going to send it. If I find it, I'm going to send it to George. I got one. Hold on.
Hang on. I got one more.
Right?
You have one more?
He's
Damn
got
it.
more. What in the
what the
holy
actual
hell
fuck is that?
Oh my God!
What the actual?
It's a pig.
Yes. He's roasting a pig in a shopping cart.
What the actual frick is that?
These are your guys, Sam. These are your guys.
Those are not my guys. I don't claim this. Oh, I
He
can't find
He doesn't claim the nest. He just.
I don't claim the stupidity. Okay, never mind. I thought I had one. I can't find it. Anyway, to sum it up, somebody took put a Madden cover with the picture of AJ Brown reading his book on the sideline. I thought it was fucking funny.
Nice.
Oh. No, so of course everybody's now thinking the jinx is on for Saquon. Don't draft him. I think that'll be a bunch of BS. I'm not too worried about it.
He's already reversed the curse. He already won a damn ring.
Yep.
Winning cures all.
But of course. Oh, I wanted to flip back to the NHL real quick on that Stanley Cup setup. Did you notice what Connor McDavid did when they won their after they won their game to go to the finals? What is the one thing that the team never ever
Did he pick up the trophy?
He picked
Oh,
up
no.
the trophy.
I
And
might have to change
I was looking for I was trying to go back. I could have swore I saved the reel or TikTok video or whatever. The fans were going nuts at the watch party in the arena. And they were all, what the F? What the F? And it's like, you know what? Listen, I've been watching, I've been education in the NHL playoffs. I have watched all of that hockey from 90 until now. That is the first dude with the set of cojones picking up the trophy. I was like, oh.
And it was McDavid who did it?
Uh-huh.
I swear anybody else out of that locker room does it, and I don't know what happens, but the fact that it was McDavid, wow.
I was like, wow.
Panthers in 5. Panthers in 5. Sam Bennett's gonna go freaking berserk. Panthers in 5. Then Draisaitl and McDavid can cry in the locker room how exhausted they are again.
Right.
And it says Connor McDavid even shuts down a reporter justifying touching the Clarence Campbell Bowl. And I was like, oh dear God. I mean, and we're not just touching it. Look, that is lifted.
No, yeah, he grabbed it. Yeah.
He done lifted the whole dang thing up. I think the suit was even sitting there going, I can't believe he's doing this. The look on his face, he's like, nobody does this. What the heck? Nobody does this.
You know what? If he is one that just does not believe in superstition, and that's perfectly okay, more power to him. I'm glad it was him and not like some third line defenseman, because somebody would be sitting for the series.
And it's just it's I mean, it is flabbergasting that it was like, wow, dude. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, it was a choice. That's best.
That cost them the cup.
I mean, we don't know that yet. But yeah, I was just like, oh, I can't wait to ask you guys about that. It's like, dude.
I didn't, honestly, this is the first I'm hearing about it, but hey, it was a choice. It was a choice. And I really, honestly, I want them to win to begin with. More power to them. I hope they win now, because if they don't, it's just all people are going to be talking about.
Yeah, and that's I'm hoping so too, especially
that in the new Madden cover.
God damn it, Bill.
Hang on.
Oh my God.
Don't worry. There's only one left, and it's the one that's going to get us canceled. There's Stefan.
Oh Jesus.
Bitch, I saw this one.
Oh my God.
Okay.
But yes,
I promise.
When I saw the reel, I was sitting there. I'm like, oh, we're gonna save that one for Tuesday.
Yeah,
that's why because I thought for sure by now you guys would have seen it, but it's like, oh, the fact that you hadn't, I was like, oh, even better. Yeah, because I mean, I even asked everybody when I lived up in Detroit. It's like, dude, why not carry that one around? They're like, nope. The only one you carry and touch is the final Stanley Cup trophy, and that's it.
And it's not like it's a Detroit thing. This
Right.
is a every team every year thing.
Yep. No matter which side.
Yeah.
No matter which division it is. They do not. I was going to say, I don't even think they lift the Conn Smythe either. They just leave it on the table. Or has somebody else done that too? I think they have done the Smythe.
Maybe? I don't know. All I know is that it looks damn heavy. That's all I know.
Yeah. But I was going to say, we hear plates, so
the wife's in there stacking dishes.
So yeah, so like I said, to see Connor McDavid lift the trophy was like,
shock to the system.
Yeah, I think shock to the world, because everybody knows you just don't do that.
I'm all for it.
Like I said, if that's fine. I really, really hope he wins now, because otherwise you're going to have every idiot out of the woodwork going.
I mean, for as long as I've been watching hockey, it's always been a taboo thing.
Him lifting the cup, sure, it's taboo, but I think him lifting the cup is getting rid of the boogeyman.
I hope.
You know what I mean? Like, he's been so close. He had a good shot at it when he was with Toronto. He's had a couple shots at it with Edmonton. I think him lifting it is just him getting rid of the boogeyman.
Yeah, I can roll with that.
Speaking of All-Stars, can we talk about how about the New York Yankees' next All-Star, who's on Pittsburgh right now, and O'Neal Cruz?
How soon is he going to make his way into pinstripes? Will it be this trade deadline?
Probably next year. I think next year. He's so good. He made a catch the other night where he made it over his shoulder against the wall on the warning track, and it almost fell out of his glove because he caught it at the top of the web, and he just held on to it. I mean, that was for sure a stand-up double if he drops it. Or we could talk about the bad umpiring in the Pittsburgh San Diego series that got a couple of Pirates kicked out of the game on Friday.
Or the bad umpiring in the Oregon game.
There was a lot of bad umpiring this weekend,
especially against not just the Oregon fellas, but the girls too.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Oops.
So I want to start with the Pittsburgh one, because in the Pittsburgh one, it was a ball. Like, even the announcers, it was way out, right?
Mm-hmm.
He tapped on his helmet.
Just the.
Yep. He tapped on his helmet, and the ump tossed him.
Yeah.
The ump tossed him for it. And then the Pirates manager came in and started jaw-jacking, and he got tossed too.
I mean, you have to. You have to at that point. Because, you can't just watch your guy get tossed for that.
You can't. I'm sorry. If you're an umpire, you can't be that damn sensitive that when a guy does this, that you toss him. Yeah. You're a human being. You're fallible. You made a bad call. Own up to it. Listen, the ump that cost somebody a perfect game owned up to it, and they had a little tongue-in-cheek fun with it in Detroit afterward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you can blow a perfect game and then come back and be like, hey, my bad, I got more respect for you.
Dude, and it wasn't just a my bad. Dude was crying at that press conference.
Yes.
He
Yes,
felt
he was upset.
legitimately horrible.
Also, Ham Porter over the weekend. Fantastic to see the called shot.
Yeah.
There's so much good baseball stuff going on right now. Like it genuinely makes my like 8-year-old soul happy.
Yeah, but then you get stupid stuff like the Oregon crap, and it's like, dude, he was out by feet. And it's like, come on. And the other one, it was like, for the girls, it was like she was out by a mile. The catcher got the ball, and it's like, oh, she is so toast. And it's like, where are you gonna go? You're done.
Well, the Oregon one is
The
baffling
men's
me
one
because there's
was nuts.
well because he was blocking the plate.
Yep. And he did not have the ball.
Well, you can't block the plate anymore.
Like I said, unless you have the ball. If you have the
Not
ball
even
first,
with the ball. They're
if you
trying
have
to
the
get rid of
ball, you can move forward to turn around and tag somebody out. Yes.
But you can move forward, but you cannot block the plate. You cannot stand in the line of you cannot stand in the base path.
Sure you can.
No, you cannot.
No, you can't.
You can how do you do a rundown, Sam? The catcher
Nope.
will be
A
running up the
rundown
baseline.
and blocking the play from a runner coming home are two different things.
You
The
cannot
only time they allow it to happen is if a throw takes the catcher into the baseline. That they don't consider blocking the plate because it wasn't his fault the throw took him there. But anything else, which first of all, let me just explain something. Nobody, any level of baseball, nobody and their fucking mother knows how to call this rule correctly. Let me just point that out right now. Nobody knows how to call this rule correctly. I've had 5 different instances this year of blocking the plate that were not called.
Yeah.
Sam, my wife's in the other room and she just goes, tone it down a little bit.
I can't be funny, so I got to be heated. You get one or the other.
Fair enough.
Right.
But no, so MLB, NCAA, minor leagues, little league, all have the heads up initiative for tackling in football. Baseball did that with blocking the plate or blocking the base paths to try to prevent injuries. And
Right.
so
Concussions.
you cannot block the base path. You cannot block the plate. And if you get brought into it by a throw, yes, Sam is absolutely correct. That is not blocking the plate, but you cannot catch the ball, square up, and block the plate like Johnny Bench trying to, block Pete Rose from scoring. So that right there, he's still good. I'll eat it tomorrow. Just put it in the fridge. But yeah, you can't block the plate. The Oregon thing, that should have been called right there because of blocking the plate.
Well, I can tell you what the NC2A put out afterwards, standing by the ruling.
Damage control.
Their statement that they put out said the Oregon player was ejected for malicious contact. Flagrant or malicious contact was the ruling, which basically means it doesn't mean contact was intentional or that the runner tried to injure the catcher. However, the rules indicate that if the runner does not make a legal slide or make motions that show effort to avoid a collision, the ruling will be malicious contact, and malicious contact overrules blocking the plate.
That's so.
But they
BS.
said he wasn't sliding, is what they were saying. And guess
Yes.
what? Watch the playback. He did start his slide.
He was on his knees, was the problem.
Yes, he was sliding. I was like, dude, He was down for the slide. It's not like he was on his feet and trucked him.
They even list what they qualify as a legal slide, which is buttocks and legs on the ground before contact.
Is that like the Megatron catch?
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yep. Yep.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Ass on the ground, ball square, not a touchdown.
Yep. Yep. You got it.
But here's the thing. How many plays have we seen on either college or MLB highlight reels from years past where a guy comes sliding in feet first and he's still sitting up a little bit and the catcher levels him and knocks him out? I'm sorry, but I am all for a ruling that you can only slide into home plate head first. And if you're out, you're out. But a head first slide is going to prevent some of that.
Yeah.
I can see your skepticism and I understand it. However, think about the mechanism of a head first slide. There's no guessing if you're sliding or not. Your arms are extended like Superman. You got a mouthful of dirt.
Then next thing you know, you go head to head with the catcher.
I would rather go helmet to helmet with the catcher than elbow to mouth.
My biggest issue, I think, if you're going to call that he didn't slide and that he, in essence, initiated the contact, I don't see how one rule overrides another.
Yeah.
I mean, he blocked the plate.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, if that's what malicious contact is, or flagrant contact, then there was flagrant contact. But there was also blocking the plate.
100%.
Yeah.
And let's face it, the catcher missed that ball long before the contact.
Mm-hmm. But if he's sliding 15 feet before home, it's interference.
If he's sliding 15 feet before home, then he gets himself up and finishes the plate at the plate. It was an ugly play, and it was an ugly example of how the rules work or don't work, depending on how you're looking at it. It's just not pretty all the way around.
Do we have a clip of it? Can we show it?
I was looking up on my phone. I was gonna say, can we get a clip of this so we can actually like?
I have the girls. I have the women's reel. I do not see. I thought I had the guys. Oh, somebody else posted that in our chat. I didn't have it. I have the women's one though.
I don't have a video. I have a still. I don't know if that helps.
Put the still up. I want to see it.
I had the video. I have the video of the women's.
Yeah. How do you not call that blocking the plate? He's on top of the plate. He's not just blocking it. He is sitting on its face.
Yeah, I have just the women's one. That's all I've got. But yeah, that is totally and the worst part about it is he doesn't even have the ball.
Right.
He does not have the ball.
At that point, the ball's at the backstop.
The ball's at the backstop. You're blocking the plate. Nope. It goes to the runner. It goes to the runner at that point. What do you want the runner to do?
Let me bring up the one other thing that irritates the hell out of me. The 8-minute delay before you made this ruling.
It took him 8 minutes to make that ruling?
The ruling was not made there at the stadium.
Nope.
The umpires have said that.
That's utter bullshit.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. It was. I think it was in Pittsburgh. I'm trying to think what headquarters is in Pittsburgh, but they went there for the ruling.
Collegiate Umpire Association?
I have no idea.
3 blind mice?
Pittsburgh Pirate fans? Oh wait, they don't.
Hey.
Wow. And Sam wasn't going to be funny tonight.
I didn't come on here to talk shit about the Flyers or the Phillies or the 76ers.
It is not.
Okay, here's the problem. All 3 of those teams, I'll probably agree with him. You say so it doesn't bother.
Pittsburgh holds the NC2A's Replay Command Center.
There you go.
Also home to 3 blind mice.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just ugly.
I mean, there are 3 blind mice there, named the Allegheny, the Monongahela, and the Ohio.
Yes. Yes. Don't worry, Sam. Bruiser brought the funny.
Where is it?
Unfortunately, yeah, I know. I know. I'm trying to move away from it because I'm just getting irritated the more I look at it.
I don't think
overly irritating part is when you look at that still, that ump is less than 3 foot from it.
Yeah.
And you can't make that call?
Yeah. Well, he made the call. He made the call of safe.
You made the call of safe.
Yes.
Okay. And then the mice in Pittsburgh overruled it?
Yes.
8 minutes later?
The coach for Utah Valley asked for a review. Because he claims he was concerned with the impact to his catcher, that he thought it was avoidable, etc.
Your catcher caused the goddamn impact.
Maybe you should teach your catcher to be able to take a ball off one hop from your outfielder, and maybe we wouldn't be having these problems.
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember,
I feel like that catcher's name is Gretchen, and he's trying to make fetch happen. And it's just not.
I found video. I found the video.
Oh yeah, the ball went way the hell over his head, or at least I think it tapped like the top of his glove.
Come on.
That's a solid throw.
Oh,
yeah.
It looks bad at full speed.
You're not. The contact wasn't malicious. He blocked the plate. He stepped in front of the runner. He didn't have the damn ball. Oh my God.
Yeah, like he's blocking the plate before the ball even gets to him.
Yeah.
He deserved everything that happened to him.
And to be fair, it looks bad at full speed when you show that little like 3/4 speed clip.
Yeah, it's worse.
No, I don't think it's worse. It's more of a shove than anything else.
Right, because he was like pulling himself up a little bit because he knew that it was like, dude.
He's trying to get down to slide. And he squares the F up on the runner. I'm sorry. At that point right there, you're blocking the base path. You're sitting on top of the damn plate. Safe. Done. You made the contact malicious because you stepped in front of the plate.
Yep.
Now I'm not saying this. I'm just saying there's going to be plenty of people that say the throw's coming from left field. Where do you want him to stand? That's going to what people are going to say. I'm not saying that. I agree with you.
I'm going to tell the outfielder that you need to hit your cutoff man and let your cutoff man make an accurate throw to the plate instead of just bombing it in there like you're Doug Flutie in Boston College.
Yes, because it was bad. That was
a bad throw.
Oh, it's absolutely a bad throw. I'm just saying that's what people are probably saying. That's all. I'm not agreeing with that.
Hey, Reale, I want a couple of points for Doug Flutie reference.
Now, here's the girls.
There's another one?
On the ground at third, Woolery goes home. Out at the plate. You know, Oregon's going to ask for a challenge here. See if there's obstruction. See if Sinicki's foot got in.
Was planted to take this throw. Sinicki went immediately when she saw the ball.
Okay, I have less of an issue with that one than I do with the men's play.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with
because she's standing in front of the plate. She's not blocking it.
Siri.
Yeah. The runner has a lane.
The runner absolutely has a lane. She just didn't make it home in time. I don't have an issue with that.
She is out by 4 feet. She is out.
Yeah.
She's totally out.
Yeah, I don't have. She's not blocking the plate. The runner has a lane, but the ball's already in the catcher's mitt. Like there's nothing you're gonna do.
Guess what? They called her for obstruction, and the runner was safe. Yeah, they called her for obstruction, and the runner is safe.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
So the Utah Valley men's catcher is teabagging home plate like he's playing Halo. And that's malicious contact on the runner. The catcher, for whoever this is in the softball playing Oregon, is in front of the plate. In front of. You can clearly see she is in front of the plate. Mm-hmm. Smartly is cutting off access, not blocking the runner's progression, but cutting off access to the plate. And the runner was safe.
Yep.
Got it.
That looks like
so glad the rules
position.
are as clear as fucking mud.
Yep.
So I have a very important question here. When did these games both take place?
Over the weekend.
Oh, I was going to say, because if the men's one took place first, we could definitely see why this one was called obstruction.
Men's was on Friday. I don't know when this one was.
Saturday.
No, well then if this, then this makes perfect mother freaking sense now. Are we picking up what I'm trying to put together here?
What, Oregon?
This is a makeup. That's what this is.
And I will say, so for at least for the men, they ended up losing that game on Friday, lost the game on Saturday, in which that runner was suspended for because a flagrant collision ejection means you are also suspended for one game. They lost that one. I do believe Utah Valley then went on to lose.
Yep.
Whatever their next matchup was.
If Utah Valley made it to the College World Series in the finals, I'd have been like,
this one she is called safe, and I was like, oh my god, that is like definition of your butt is out, you're toast, go sit down.
So here's the thing. This is why I like major league infields with the grass, because they have the running lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you block that lane and force the runner into the grass, it's kind of damned obvious.
Yep.
I don't have any problem with that. None whatsoever.
Nope, I didn't either.
She was out by a country mile, not just a mile, a country mile.
Yeah, that's why I said she was so out. It was like, oh, you slid 5 feet before home plate. Oh, you're
Did
going to be
Angel
safe.
Hernandez go down and start umping college? Is that what happened?
I think
He's
so.
doing women's softball.
No,
He's running the replay center in Pittsburgh.
Oh, it's the Angel Hernandez Center for the Blind.
Angel Hernandez would have called the runner out halfway down the line.
He would have called the runner up before the tag up.
Yeah,
It would have been a ball, and then.
That's what I'm saying. Is this was ugly? That was totally ugly.
Oh
Just
my
so,
god!
like I don't understand how you can like.
I know.
I'm not over the suspension part
Yeah,
of this.
that's the thing.
Can
It's an
you
automatic.
listen? If that was a rule in Major League Baseball, Scott Cousins, the guy who started this whole thing back in 2010 when he ran Buster Posey over, he would never play another professional baseball game in his life.
I'll just stick to watching TikToks and men's softball games where everyone in the comments talks about how they would have fought the hitter for sending a line drive towards the pitcher.
The amount of fuckery and with the umps, I can't.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's brutal.
So I know it's I got to move us off, George. Bruiser, one thing you missed was we debuted the Madden cover, the multiples of the Madden covers, which unfortunately I've closed most of those windows out.
I saw the Saquon Barkley one in the old school Eagles uni. And I don't know if you saw the chat the other day, but all I put was, God, I hope Akers drafts him.
Right. And that's I'm glad you brought that up because as I recall, Sam, you agreed that you wanted nothing to do with Barkley this year on a fantasy team. I'm pretty sure I saw that. So my question is it just the cover or is there any other reason why you're staying away from Barkley?
It's the damn cover. It's the damn cover.
It's not the usage.
No.
You're not concerned about the 400 plus carry or
No, because it felt like even last year, yes, he did have a bunch of touches, but it felt like the Eagles spent him more. They gave him more like reps in games off than the Giants ever did, I feel. Like I remember there would be almost 2 full drives that Kenny Gainwell was in the game. So like as much as yes, he did have a lot of touches last year. Look, when they were in the mix of that winning streak, they felt like there was something really special going on here. So the way they look at it now is it's like, hey, look, we just gave him because not only did he have that season, they've also given him more money since the season ended. They gave him like an extension to his contract. So if there is a team that can keep his production at a high level, but drop the snaps down by a decent margin, it's going to be the team that has a quarterback who can throw it and run it, 2, in my opinion, number 1 wide receivers, and still have Dallas Goedert. They still have ways they can put points on the board without going crazy on Saquon's leg.
I got you. Okay. So I was just curious if the usage, the number of rushing attempts was a concern, and that's fine that it isn't, but it does segue perfectly into this week's fill in the blank, which is each team's single season rushing attempt leader.
Well, can you just take my team off already?
No, because it's not Barkley.
What?
Barkley had 346 rushes, I believe. Somebody in the past, however, had 353. Now keep in mind, this is specifically rushing attempts, not touches.
Okay.
Give me a moment to pull up my answer key here. But yeah, as soon as I saw that and I got thinking, put 2 and 2 together, and I'm like, hey, you know what? That's a pretty good one to
Is
bust out.
Cleveland Nick Chubb?
Hang on.
No, have not heard anything further on that rumor. Let
He
us
had
know
a
when you
visit
are
with them,
ready,
but that's
sir.
about it.
What's that, Zolt?
I'm pulling up my answer key now.
It's not in the cupboard? I'll look in there in a second.
The Browns is not Nick Chubb.
I know that.
I'm answering Bruiser.
Oh,
I asked.
This is my game show.
okay. Sorry.
All right.
Cleveland will be Kevin Mack.
Incorrect.
Peyton Hillis.
Also incorrect.
Damn. I went with the.
Wow.
And as always, if you would like the hint, I can give you the year.
I'm taking a stab. Philadelphia's got to be LaShawn McCoy.
It is not Shady.
All right, then what the fuck's the year?
Philly's year is 1996.
Is Cleveland's run? Is that Ruben Drones?
Nice Ruben Drones call out.
Because he was the first one to hit like 1,000 yards for Cleveland in so many years.
He took 309 attempts to get there.
Is Philadelphia water? Is everything water?
Philly is in fact Ricky Waters.
Rushing Waters. San Francisco, Roger Craig.
It is not Roger Craig.
Is it Frank Gore?
It is
Gore. That was next, yeah.
Some Niner fan you are.
Well, I went with. Sorry, I'm older than you are, so I went with the.
Oh, we know that.
Runner.
Trust me.
Yes.
I went with the first runner. Smartass.
George
So McCaffrey is Carolina.
Sir, I am a lot of versions of an ass smart. It's not one of them.
Hey,
McCaffrey
Sam,
is
George is
not
so
Carolina.
old. He was there with Abner Double.
McCaffrey's not Carolina?
Forging the first rules of baseball.
McCaffrey is not the Carolina Panthers.
No, because remember, if you'll recall, McCaffrey catches a lot of balls out of the backfield. So those touches don't count.
Is Fred Taylor Jacksonville?
Jacksonville is in
What a
fact
guess.
Fred Taylor.
What a guess.
Well,
in
that's the only
2003.
real running back. I mean, it was an MJD, so
Also known as Dead Taylor.
yeah. Is Detroit Barry?
Detroit is in fact Barry Sanders.
All right.
Guys are doing really well here at the beginning.
David Johnson, Arizona?
No, not David Johnson.
Is the Giants Saquon Barkley?
Hang on. What? Hang on. What's the number?
357.
357. Oh, thank you. Who'd you guess?
Barkley.
No, it is not Saquon Barkley.
Oh,
I have
Tiki Barber.
It is Tiki Barber.
good guess, George.
I have 2 guesses.
Okay, 4.
I'm going to say Jerome Bettis for Pittsburgh.
Oh, nope, not Jerome Bettis.
Damn. And then I'm going to take a guess and say, oh, God, I forgot his last name, but he played for the University of Texas. Ricky, Weed, son of a bitch.
Ricky Weed.
No, you know exactly
Yes,
what I'm talking about.
You're right. I do know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm drawing a blank also.
Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams.
Yes, full. You're talking Miami, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's in fact who it was.
Is
The Cowboys would be
Tennessee-
Emmett.
The Cowboys is not Emmett.
Is Indianapolis Edgerrin James?
The Colts is Edgerrin James.
Hey, I'm doing really good
Bruiser
this week.
is crushing.
He's cheating.
is Tennessee Chris Johnson?
Tennessee is not Chris Johnson.
Is it
I
Derrick
have a-
Henry?
Derrick Henry.
It is not Derrick Henry.
I have a weird one.
Oh, wait a minute, because Tennessee would still also be the Oilers. So Eddie George.
Tennessee is. In
You're the
fact
only one old
Eddie
enough to remember
George.
the Oilers.
Hey,
The
go,
court will know it.
go fly a kite. Get the hell out of here and go fly a kite, would you?
Is Tampa Bay Mike Allstott?
It is not Mike Allstott.
Damn it. Should be.
What's the year for Dallas?
Dallas is 2014.
DeMarco Murray.
DeMarco Murray.
Is the Chargers LaDainian Tomlinson?
It is definitely
Yeah, I was
LT
going to
too.
say that's the only
Freaking
person.
bet.
LT.
Ryan
Is-
Matthews is never healthy enough.
Is New Orleans? Oh, fuck.
Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush.
It is not Reggie Bush.
Okay.
It's Mark Ingram.
It is not Mark Ingram.
Mark.
Hey, what
Really?
year is Baltimore?
The year for Baltimore is 2003.
Priest Holmes is Kansas City.
Is not Priest Holmes. That would have been my guess.
Can I get
Okay.
the year
It's
for?
not Tyreek Hill, is it?
No.
Oh,
no.
wait, what? Can I get the year for Atlanta?
1998.
Icky
God,
Woods.
forget it.
Ooh, really?
All right.
And I know some of these. I'll give you guys a second to collect here. Some of these that we've done, we've had like the 1950 team, the 1960 here and there populated in there. I'm telling you guys right now, looking at this, I believe the earliest one I see is 1981.
Okay.
And there's
George,
like,
get on it.
There's like 5 or 6 of them that are in the 80s, but everything else is 90s and sooner.
I have 2 more guesses for you, Zolt.
Okay, what you got?
Seattle is that I'm just here so I don't get fined?
Who was that? That was
Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn. No. It was not Marshawn Lynch.
And is Minnesota Adrian Peterson?
Minnesota is in fact Adrian Peterson.
Is Cincinnati Icky Woods?
It is not Icky Woods.
Is the Jets? Oh my God, what was his name? He just went in the Hall of Fame.
Is Denver Terrell Davis?
Denver is Terrell Davis.
Nice.
I'm surprised that it took that long for someone to guess that. I need the year for Pittsburgh.
Okay, Steelers year is 1992.
Wasn't even a thought in my mom's head yet.
Hank,
I was 10 years old in 92.
I was graduating high school. I got this one.
Not 92, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Maybe in
Yes,
1892.
there it was.
1992, smart ass. Go lick your freaking souls.
I just lob it up.
Did
and
you
let
just
Bruce
very
think the
politely
plans-
tell me to go lick my own genitals? I would if I could
Yep,
bend
you
over
pretty
that
much. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Is
Go
hey,
flog
Zolt.
yourself.
is Chicago sweetness?
Yes.
Is Vegas Josh Jacobs?
It is not Josh Jacobs.
Okay. Get the obvious answer out of the way. Well, the obvious guess.
Is Kansas City Dickerson?
It is not Eric Dickerson.
Is it Jamal Charles?
It's not Jamal Charles.
What the?
I mean, y'all have hit just about every damn running back except the guy.
What year is it?
2006.
Oh, I don't know.
Who the hell was there in 2006? What the fuck?
Merrill Hodge,
For
Pittsburgh.
Oh, geez. No.
Well, it said 92. It's Merrill Hodge was there.
I'm sorry, sir. You're still incorrect.
All right. Well, just call him the freaking, as Birch would say, easy there, sugar tits. Jeez.
Is Cincinnati not Mixon, is it?
No, it is not Joe Mixon.
Okay. I don't think they I don't think they ran the ball enough when he was there, so
Right.
I just had to explain to my wife the concept of the fill in the blank from Zolt.
Oh, it's a great concept.
I love it.
We also call it the show killer.
Yeah, it kills some time for sure.
Gotta have that.
all right, can I get a year for Cincinnati?
Cincinnati is 2004.
I would.
Oh,
That was right in the
Oh.
Palmer. That was Carson Palmer and who was the running back then?
I know the wide receivers. I don't know the damn running back.
94?
2004.
2004.
2004. David Johnson.
It was not David Johnson.
Is your memory slipping?
I think it.
Do we need to make sure you're getting your Centrum Silver there, buddy?
Ginkgo
Your Ginkgo Bilboa?
biloba.
Oh god.
What year is Buffalo, Zolt?
Buffalo is 1993.
It's a Super Bowl
How
year.
many 90s?
Not Arian Foster.
Arian Foster be Houston.
No, no, Foster for Pittsburgh.
Yes, it is Barry Foster.
Barry Foster. I'm like, it's Foster and Hodge. That one took a little bit.
You got there.
Is
got
it
there.
Arian Foster for Houston?
It is, in fact, Arian Foster for you.
You're welcome,
There we go.
everybody. We've got the Fosters out of the way. Hey.
Is Carolina not a running back but a quarterback?
Oh,
it's
Cam Newton.
It's a running
Cam
back.
Newton.
Okay.
It's
It
a
is a
running
running back.
Oh, it is a running back. Okay.
Yes.
But
my guess
that's
is
not
gonna
a
be Cam
that's not
Newton.
a bad guess, Bruiser. That really isn't.
Is Carolina D'Angelo Williams?
It is not D'Angelo Williams. A good D
I was
Williams
going
call
to say
out.
that's a really good deep guess.
Is it Jonathan Stewart?
It's not Jonathan Stewart.
Shit.
Then damn it, give me the year. 'Cause I don't fucking
2003.
know.
2003.
What year is Washington?
1983.
Gordon's eyebrow lifted. Why he felt the disturbance in the fourth.
The Hogs. That's okay. Hang on. Man, my brain hurts. This one's gonna be
Is he a Hall of Famer? I'm trying to remember.
Yes. Yes, he is. Oh god. Come on.
Just to
I'm still working on the Atlanta one. I can see him. Jesus.
just to
Christopher.
sweeten the pot a little bit and just to cause the brain cells to misfire even more. from Chicago to Washington, those are all in the 80s.
Ooh.
Chicago to
Wait a minute.
Washington.
Vegas isn't Vegas then Bo Jackson?
Is not Bo Jackson.
No?
Good guess.
Riggins. John
Riggins.
Riggins.
That's who it is. Yep. Thank you, Bruiser. Boy, that one was gonna
I
suck.
just sat there and racked my brain on that for.
Yeah, it was one of the hogs.
He's a Hall of Famer. I know he's
Yep.
a Hall of Famer.
Yep. Oh God, I know I can picture the freaking Atlanta player, and that one's driving me up a damn wall. Man,
Hey, what year was New England?
Patriots in 1995.
Is that Robert Edwards?
No.
That was the Super Bowl year, wasn't it? Wasn't that the year they got creamed? Wasn't that the year they got creamed by Green Bay?
Oh, that's a good guess.
What year is Tampa?
Tampa is 1984.
Oh, sweet God.
84?
So,
Ooh,
all right, I got to.
Wait a minute. 84, that was Testaverde? No, that would have been Steve Young's year with Tampa. Would have been 84.
You would know.
Shut up, Sam.
Steve's last name.
Eat it, Sam. Eat it. All right. Eat it.
Steve's last name is something George is not. Young.
That's solid.
Okay, I'm taking a stab at the Rams. Is that Steven Jackson?
Is not Steven Jackson. Fantastic guess.
Yes, ripped up the Eagles on opening day in 2011.
What year was the Rams?
1986.
So they were in St. Louis.
And George
Falcons, Dirty Bird, Jamal Anderson.
Yes, good one.
I said I could see the whole thing. I was like, Dirty Bird, Anderson.
Okay.
All right.
Wait a minute. 83. Were they LA or St. Louis at the time?
Who? The Rams?
Yes.
That'd have been St. Louis.
Okay, it was 86. 86 was the year for the Rams.
Oh, 86.
Okay. 86 for the Rams. Were they LA or St. Louis?
Should be St. Louis.
Hold, please.
He's like, I gotta look this one up.
Because I was 4 years old at the time and just had a wealth of football knowledge that back then. So I could just named everybody on the rosters.
I said 86. They were in LA. There was the first stint in LA.
Oh, it was the first really?
Yeah, because they were in LA the first time until 1994.
I got no clue. I just,
What year is the Jets?
I have a guess on the Jets, by the way. I was just thinking about that.
Okay, well, let's have Bruiser do the guess on the Jets.
Yeah, let me go first.
I'm going to guess Curtis Martin.
Never mind.
I was going to say, was Curtis Martin also the New England one?
Curtis Martin was also the New England one.
I'm like, thank you. Yep, that's who the other one would have been.
Here's the fun stat, though.
Is he also the... Go ahead.
So the New England one, in 1995, he puts up 368 rushing attempts. For the Jets in 2004, he puts up 371 rushing attempts.
I mean,
almost
he was
a
their
decade
offense
later.
there, though.
Right.
Is Curtis Martin also the Cincinnati one? Just, you know.
Curtis Martin is not the Cincinnati one. In fact, let me scan this real quick. We are done with Curtis Martin.
And the Fosters.
Yes, we are also done with the Fosters.
Is there a Bananas Foster somewhere?
No, there is not.
Nice.
Didn't.
You said New Orleans was in the 80s?
Yes, 1981 to be
Oh,
specific.
I have no earthly idea.
In your whole 1 year.
I was going to say, isn't
I
Seattle
wasn't even
Marshawn
born yet.
Lynch?
Oh, that's right.
Seattle is not Marshawn Lynch.
I already guessed Marshawn Lynch.
He did.
Well, I thought we guessed
What?
Lynch for Vegas, but okay.
He's also
What's
not
the
Vegas.
year for Seattle?
2005.
Sean Alexander.
Yes.
Okay.
Man.
Super Bowl against Pittsburgh.
I love when Bruiser gets excited over these, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't looked any of these up, but I'm doing pretty good.
You
Right?
are crushing it. There's no doubt about it. You are crushing it so much that it's actually irritating George. It's great.
No, I'm fine with it.
There's a lot of other things that are irritating George. That is not one of them.
This is true.
He's got the hemorrhoids, the joint pain, just memory fog.
Whatever.
That eyesight.
Oh God.
I love you, George. Just know that.
Remember, George, you could have just left it alone and let me started the show and just not even.
Yeah.
I was ready to. All right. What else do we want? What else do we got? What direction are we looking at, guys?
Green Bay. What year Green Bay?
Green Bay's 2003.
Ahmad Green?
That was quick and easy.
What year was Arizona?
Arizona was 2006.
2006. That's not Tim Hightower, is it?
No.
Okay. Beanie Well?
No.
No.
Take it, Ram.
That dude didn't. So, what year is the Chiefs?
2006.
It was before Priest Holmes.
It wasn't Jamal Charles. I already guessed that.
Yeah, no. Charles was after.
Yeah.
No, I know who the Cardinals is.
We'll take a stab.
He's already on the list at
He is,
number
in
11.
fact, already on the list. Edgerrin James.
Really?
Yep. I feel right now we've done a disservice to somebody. So we're going to go back up here to Buffalo because we've already disclosed the year was 1993. What did 1993 mean to you, Bruiser? I believe you said it was Super Bowl?
Bill's Super Bowl.
Okay.
Third one.
Okay.
No. Second one.
Who was Buffalo's running back?
I don't
Thurman
remember.
Thomas?
I was 11.
George
Thurman
got it.
Thomas. You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
that's
was
good.
11, and I liked Jim Kelly. That's why I rooted for the Bills.
No, it's fine because you know what? You guessed Emmitt Smith for Dallas. We had Barry Sanders. We were just missing Thurman Thomas. It was, there's a triumvirate there, even though they don't,
Hey, bud.
Larry Johnson for Kansas City.
There you go.
Ooh,
Wow.
ooh. Okay, yeah, that one. Yeah, that one killed a brain cell to think about that one. By the way, because
No
good lord,
comment.
Okay.
that one I was like, man, before Charles, I'm like, come on, roll back.
Get out the car.
So you
What
said
year?
it,
You said 80 something for Tampa Bay.
no.
Tampa Bay's 84.
Oh, it was 84.
The Rams are 86.
I thought you said it was 94 for Tampa Bay.
If I did, I misspoke. It is 1984 for Tampa Bay.
Oh, all right.
And Eric Dickerson's not on the list.
Hang on.
Is
I didn't say
Dickerson?
that.
Dickerson the Rams?
I think
Yes.
I think there might have been things happening and cross chat and
Yes.
I guess Dickerson for Kansas City.
yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
You said Cincinnati was 04.
Yes, Cincinnati was 04.
So Carson Palmer was a quarterback at that time. I think. Or he was about to get drafted.
Wait a minute. I'll let Bruiser do Cincinnati real quick. Then
I'm trying to talk out loud because Chad Ochocinco was right around that time. Chad Johnson
it was
was right
AJ Husmanzada.
Who's your
and
mama? Yeah.
Husmanzada.
Who's your mama?
Who's your mama?
You were only allowed to draft him in fantasy if you could spell it.
That was 05 was the year. Was it 05 or 06 that Kimo von Oelhoffen rolled up Palmer's ACL like it was a croissant? But who was because that running back had been around for it wasn't like they got new running backs every year like Cleveland got quarterbacks. They had a running back for a while.
Right.
I can see him. That's the problem, is I can see him. Oh. Little what's that? He's a speedy guy. He was also like a bowling ball. Like he'd hit the hole hard and blow it open.
No. Steve Young, 84 was when the whole USFL thing. So Young was with the Generals, which would have put Vinny was after. So that puts Steve DeBerg at quarterback in Tampa.
I'm not yelling at you, George. I was yelling at the dog who was trying to have a party with the blankets.
Okay, so Steve DeBerg is the quarterback. Is it? And what the hell? Will maybe it was Is it Wilkins or Willins?
No,
For Tampa?
but you're awful damn close. Close enough that I'm probably going to give it to you because I did not know this name when I saw it. It was James Wilder.
Wilder. That
one of those where I'm like,
was
I
a
don't
tough
know if
one.
I'm gonna get this.
I was working, and like I said, I had to. It was like the 84, and it's like thinking the 84 draft, and that was Elway, Marino, Kelly. Steve Young wasn't there. He was with the Generals because Steve Young went to Tampa after the Generals thing. So, like I said, that put Steve DeBerg at quarterback, not Steve Young. Wrong Steve.
Yeah. Sam.
Thanks. Like I said, that was like I said, I was like Wilkins.
Go ahead, Sam.
What year is Carolina again?
2003.
Super Bowl year.
No. What was Super Bowl year?
That's Stephen Davis?
Good.
shit.
Hey, nice.
Hey, by the way, I figured out Cincinnati.
Okay.
I figured it out because I remember listening to a game, Johnson and Johnson. It was Rudy Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Because you had Chad Johnson and Rudy Johnson, and the
Johnson,
Johnson
yep.
and Johnson company
Yep,
was
that's
in
right.
Cincinnati.
That's right. That's right.
Ravens, Raiders, Saints.
And the
What year
Raiders
is
and the Saints
Baltimore?
are in the
Oh,
80s.
03.
Baltimore is 03.
Is that Jamal Lewis?
It is Jamal Lewis.
Oh, man.
Just like
Wrong
that.
spot. Yeah.
All right. Well, disqualify me of these two.
So,
Okay. Both Raiders and Saints are in the 80s.
I won't
Have
know
fun, George.
either one of these. George, blow the dust off your roster books and figure it out.
dude,
Yeah,
you're lucky
hang on,
I
hang
got
on,
close
hang
with the Wilkes.
Listen, back then he was getting pulled over with cops with a Rolodex. Okay.
Oh,
Look, let's
shut
not-
up.
Hang on. George.
Yeah.
Raiders, 1985, running back. If you don't get the Saints, I totally understand it. You should get Raiders.
85. Was
Marcus
that Marcus?
Yes.
Marcus Allen.
Okay. Saints, 1981. If you don't get it, totally understandable.
This one. Was Abear the quarterback then?
I have a feeling this is all you, George.
Bear with me. If Aber was
We
the
have that.
quarterback, if Aber was the quarterback,
Zolt said we have been.
no. The Aber is later. Hey, wait a minute. That's Arch Manning. That's Archie Manning.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll be Archie.
And
God, who was the dude who sucked back then? Wilson and Archie's the running or quarterback. Gross is wide receiver. Wilson or Rogers? Wilson or Rogers?
George Rogers.
George. Okay, we can call that one. Oh, by the way, I probably have Friday night's lottery numbers for pulling that one out of my arse.
Well done, gentlemen.
Is this your lottery number?
814. Holy crap, Oli.
You guys,
Yeah,
actually
that was
really
Archie
just destroyed
Manning.
That one. Yeah,
That was Archie Manning. Wow.
you guys did really well.
Wow.
This, honestly, when we first started doing fill in the blank, I had, I think, 4 of them on the spreadsheet, 4 different pages. This was one of the original 4.
What's the Hall of Fame one?
Are we there? No, we're not there. You wait until you see what it is. And I've specifically named them something that, yes, it applies to it, but it doesn't necessarily tell you what it is.
Oh.
Fine. All right. Jesus, I was just curious, man.
No, I don't want to give you exactly what the topic is because
Okay.
I don't want the temptation to be there.
Gotcha.
But as I was telling George pre-show. I was up to 9. Now we're down to 8 of these, just ready to go. I have another one in the hopper that I just haven't had time to type in yet. However, the one that I just put in, I really, really like. It's one that's going to take up probably like half the show to do.
Good. I'm interested.
And-
Is it baseball?
It spans all 4 major sports in one way or another.
Oh,
In one way or another.
whoa.
Got my damn
Ooh.
coffee that night.
Alrighty then. Next week, I guess we know what we're in for.
George, it'll be past your bedtime. Get out of here.
Dude, it's always past my bedtime. What are you talking about?
This is,
I don't
The nurse-
have a bedtime. When my
feel
head
bad.
hits the pillow, that's bedtime.
The nurse comes to give him his pudding and shaw at about 5:30. So.
It took that long? I can't believe this.
Oh my god.
That takes care of the 4 minutes. Say goodnight, Grayson.
Good night.
Good night. That's it. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night.
So I said, well, flip a coin. And if it comes out heads, have your hair
And
dyed.
if it comes out tails, say goodnight, Gracie.